what happened when politics collide with your next car purchase. In this video, we're breaking down 12 popular SUVs from the Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid to the Volkswagen Taos that are facing massive price hikes thanks to the newly implemented 25% US import tariff on vehicles built in Mexico, Japan, Canada, and South Korea. But here's the real question. Are these tariffs about to price your favorite SUV right out of reach? We're diving into model by model breakdowns, projected new prices, and what this means for car buyers in 2025. Whether you're eyeing a Blazer, a Bronco Sport, or a Land Cruiser, this is info you need to know before you hit the dealership. Let's get into it. Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid has built a reputation for fuel efficiency and practicality in the compact SUV market. However, the new 25% US import tariff on vehicles is about to change the game for this popular model. While the gasoline version is assembled in Alabama, the hybrid variant relies on overseas parts, with about 50% of its components coming from Japan and Mexico, exposing it to significant price hikes. The base model could see a price increase of $7,461, 0 cents, pushing the starting price to $37.31. While the top tier trim might rise by $8.26, reaching nearly $41.29. But can Toyota still keep the Corolla Cross Hybrid competitive when its price tag climbs so dramatically? With rivals like the Honda HR-V and Hyundai Kona, which may avoid such steep hikes, Toyota could face tough decisions. Will they absorb the extra costs or pass it to buyers? If the cost is fully passed on, the Corolla Cross Hybrid could lose its competitive edge, leaving buyers to wonder, is it still the affordable hybrid SUV it once was? Now, moving on to number 11, the 2024 Honda HR-V has long been known for its affordability and practicality in the subcompact SUV market. However, with the newly implemented 25% US import tariff on vehicles assembled in Mexico, the HR-V now faces a significant price hike. The base LX2 WG CVT model, priced at $24,600, 0 cents, could see a price increase of $6.15, pushing it to $30.75. Meanwhile, the XL AWG CVT trim could rise by $7.55. Can Honda afford to let the HR-V lose its competitive edge in the face of these price hikes? With rivals like the Toyota Corolla Cross and Kia Seltos potentially avoiding similar tariff increases, how will the HR-V manage to stand out in such a crowded market? If Honda fails to absorb some of the tariff costs or shift production, it could lose market share and consumer trust, making it a tough road ahead. Let's dive into number 10, the 2024 Honda CR-V, a long-standing favorite in the compact SUV market. Assembled in Ontario, Canada, the CR-V is now caught in the crossfire of the 25% US import tariff on vehicles from Canada, causing significant price increases. The base LXB2 WD model, which is priced at $35,125, 0 cents, could see its price soar by about $8.78, pushing it to $43.91. Meanwhile, the top tier EXL AWD model could rise by about $11.07, reaching $55.34. How much longer can the CR-V maintain its dominant position when price increases are this substantial? Will it be able to keep pace with competitors like the Toyota RAV4 and Mazda CX5, which may avoid similar price hikes? If Honda fails to mitigate these tariff-induced costs, it risks losing valuable market share and further weakening its brand's competitiveness in the increasingly tough compact SUV market. Now, let's move on to number 9, the iconic 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser, which has made a triumphant return to the US market as a rugged off-roader. Originally celebrated for its more accessible pricing, the newly imposed 25% US import tariff on vehicles from Japan threatens to significantly impact its value proposition. Assembled in Tahara, Japan, the Land Cruiser is directly affected by this tariff, which could push its price to new heights. Will the Land Cruiser be able to maintain its appeal as an off-road legend if the price hikes are this substantial? The base 1958 model, priced at $57,345, 0 cents, could see an increase of around $14 $1.34, bringing the cost to $71.68. The first edition model could face a rise of $19.09, bringing its price to $95.43. How will these increases impact its competitiveness against rivals like the Jeep Grand Cherokee and Land Rover Defender? If Toyota doesn't manage these challenges, it risks losing market share and positioning the Land Cruiser as a less viable option for buyers in search of a premium yet affordable off-roading experience. Now, moving on to number 8, Jeep faces a dual challenge with its 2024 Compass and Wagoneer S models, both hit by the 25% U.S. import tariff on vehicles from Mexico. Assembled in Toluca, Mexico, both SUVs are susceptible to price increases that could alter their market standing. Can the Jeep Compass maintain its appeal in the competitive compact SUV segment if the price increases are this steep? The base sport model, originally priced at $27,495.00, could see an increase of approximately $6.87, pushing its price to $34.37. The top-tier Trailhawk could rise by about $8.87, bringing it to approximately $44.36. Can the Compass still compete with rivals like the Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4 at these price points? On the other hand, the Jeep Wagoneer S, the brand's first all-electric SUV, faces even steeper challenges. Its launch edition, priced at $70,200.00, could jump by $17.55, bringing the price to $87.75. Will this deter potential buyers when competitors like the Cadillac Lyriq and Genesis electrified GV70 offer lower-priced alternatives? These tariff-induced price hikes place both vehicles in precarious positions, challenging Jeep to explore strategies like absorbing costs, reevaluating supply chains, or finding new production locations. Failure to address these issues could lead to lost market share and brand erosion. 7. Hyundai Palisade. Next up, let's dive into number 7, the 2025 Hyundai Palisade. A premium 3-row SUV facing significant pricing pressures due to the 25% U.S. import tariff on vehicles from South Korea. Assembled in Ulsan, this tariff impacts the Palisade's affordability, especially considering its upscale features and competitive positioning in the large SUV market. How will the Palisade manage to maintain its value proposition amidst these price hikes? The base SE model, originally priced at $38,215.00, could see a price increase of approximately $9.55, bringing it to $47.77. Meanwhile, the Calligraphy Night Edition, the top-tier model, could experience a rise of around $13.88, reaching $69.39. Will this dent its appeal compared to competitors like the Toyota Highlander and Honda Pilot, which may not be hit by the same tariff? To stay competitive, Hyundai must explore strategies such as absorbing some of the tariff costs, reevaluating supply chain logistics, or shifting production locations. Failing to address these challenges could lead to declining market share and brand erosion, especially as consumers turn to more affordable alternatives. Next up, we have the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport, a vehicle known for its rugged charm and off-road capability. However, the newly implemented 25% U.S. import tariff on vehicles from Mexico threatens to significantly impact its pricing. Assembled in Hermosillo, Mexico, this tariff will increase costs for the Bronco Sport, a vehicle that has long offered a balance of affordability and adventure. Could these price hikes deter potential buyers? For example, the base Big Bend model could see a price increase of approximately $7,848.00, pushing the price to around $39.24. The top-tier Badlands model could experience a rise of $10.00, bringing it to $49.98, with competitors like the Subaru Forester Wilderness and Toyota RAV4 TRD Off-Road, which may not face the same tariff burden. Will the Bronco Sport remain competitive? To mitigate the impact, Ford may need to absorb some of the tariff costs, reevaluate its supply chain logistics, or explore alternative production locations. If not, they risk losing market share and brand erosion as consumers opt for more cost-effective alternatives. Mazda CX5. Now, moving on to number 5, we have the 2025 Mazda CX5, a fan favorite praised for its refined handling and premium interior. But could a new tariff derail its momentum? Assembled in Japan, the CX5 is directly affected by the newly imposed 25% US import tariff, which could dramatically reshape its value proposition in the already cutthroat compact SUV segment. Let's talk numbers. The base 2.5S model, originally priced at $28,570.00, could jump by $7.14, reaching around $35.71. Meanwhile, the high-end 2.5 Turbo Signature, once a steal at $40.60, would leap to approximately $50.75, a hefty hike that's hard to ignore. Can the CX5 still stand toe-to-toe with rivals like the Toyota RAV4 and Honda CR-V, which may dodge these tariffs entirely? To stay in the race, Mazda may have to consider bold strategies, absorbing part of the tariff, adjusting supply chains, or shifting production. Otherwise, they risk falling behind in a market where price and perception matter more than ever. Chevrolet Blazer and Equinox. At number 4, we turn our attention to two of Chevrolet's most recognizable nameplates, the Blazer and Equinox, now facing major pricing challenges due to the newly implemented 25% US import tariff on vehicles manufactured in Mexico. Both models are built south of the border, making them vulnerable to sudden price hikes that could hurt their affordability and market position. The 2024 Chevrolet Blazer, for example, starts at $36,795.00 for the base 2LT trim. After applying the 25% tariff, its price could jump by roughly $9.20, landing around $46.00. Higher trims like the RS, originally priced at $44.20, could cross the $55.00 mark, potentially pricing out buyers who might turn instead to options like the Ford Edge or Honda Passport. Meanwhile, the 2024 Equinox begins at $26,600.00. A 25% tariff would tack on an estimated $6.65, pushing it to about $33.25. Premium trims, such as the Premier, could see prices approach $41.75, undermining their appeal to value-conscious families. To remain competitive, Chevrolet may need to rethink production strategies or eat part of the added costs, because if they don't, consumers just might look elsewhere. Infiniti QX50 and QX55. Coming in at number 3, Infiniti's QX50 and QX55 are in the crosshairs of the newly enforced 25% US import tariff on vehicles manufactured in Mexico, a serious roadblock just as the brand was mounting a luxury market comeback. Both models assembled in Mexico now face price increases that could dramatically alter their competitive positioning. The 2025 Infiniti QX50 starts at $43,000.00 for the pure trim, while the top sport variant climbs to $51.20. The coupe-styled QX55 begins at $50.15, with the high-end Sensory trim priced at $58.65. With the tariff applied, the base QX50 could rise by around $10.75, reaching $53. Likewise, the QX55 may jump approximately $12.50, pushing its entry price to $62.65. For a brand already working to rebuild its image and market share, these hikes are a major setback. Competitors like the Lexus NX and Acura RDX, unaffected by tariffs, may now appear far more appealing unless Infiniti finds a way to absorb costs or adjust its strategy quickly. Audi Q5. Sliding into number 2, the 2024 Audi Q5 finds itself in an uncomfortable spotlight, caught between premium aspirations and geopolitical pricing pressure. With final assembly in Mexico, the Q5 is directly affected by the newly implemented 25% US import tariff, a move that threatens its value proposition in the highly competitive luxury SUV segment. Starting at $45,300.00 for the base model, the Q5 could see its price jump by roughly $11.33, bringing it to around $56.63. For a vehicle often praised for its balance of performance, design, and luxury, that kind of sticker shock could seriously hurt its mass appeal. Worse yet, this isn't just a Q5 problem. A report by the Anderson Economic Group warns that tariffs on Mexican imports could spike prices across multiple models by as much as $12,200, 0 cents in some cases. With rivals like the BMW X3 and Lexus NX built outside of Mexico, Audi may be forced to rethink its production strategy or risk watching customers shift toward more affordable, tariff-free options in the premium SUV market. Volkswagen Taos. Kicking off the list is the 2025 Volkswagen Taos, a subcompact SUV that's now facing serious pricing pressure. Why? Because it's assembled in Mexico, and with the newly imposed 25% US import tariff, its affordability is in jeopardy. The base S trim, which currently starts at $26,420, 0 cents, including destination fees, could shoot up by roughly $6.60, landing close to $33, 0 cents. That's a hefty increase for a vehicle positioned as an entry-level crossover, but will buyers still see it as a value play? Volkswagen has already signaled its response, announcing plans for an import fee on vehicles affected by tariffs. However, details on how this fee will be applied or whether it will be folded into MSRP remain unclear. Could this additional cost compound the issue further? For buyers weighing their options, this means stacking the Taos against competitors like the Honda HR-VV or Subaru Crosstrek models that might not carry the same price baggage. Without a strategic pivot, the Taos could quickly lose ground in one of the most price-sensitive segments in the industry. So what do you think? Are these tariff hikes going to change your car buying plans for 2025? Let us know in the comments which SUVs you think will still be worth the price, or if you'll be looking elsewhere for your next ride. And remember, the car market is changing fast, so make sure to hit that subscribe button for more updates on how tariffs, pricing, and new trends are shaping the world of cars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay smart, drive smart.